My spouse chuckled. Haha, this is my alternate household now. As I remained there devastated, I uttered best wishes. When her alternate household learned she'd been wed to both of us at the same time, runner-up status brought legal accusations. I, 41 male, uncovered that my wife Claire, 39, has been leading an entirely secret existence for the last 4 years. We've been wed for 11 years in total. It began 3 months back when Claire's mobile ran out of battery, and she requested to borrow mine to contact her job buddy regarding swapping her duty. She's a drug marketing agent, journeys frequently for employment, or that's what I believed. She entered the digits from recall but neglected to erase the latest dials later. The entry appeared as Tristan's spouse with a love symbol. My gut sank. I examined her online profiles on my device. No red flags. But then I recalled she'd talked about creating a LinkedIn for connections several years ago. I looked her up there. 2 accounts, Claire Morrison, her original surname, and Claire Fitzgerald, my surname. The Morrison account described her as area sales chief, residing in a town 4 hours distant. Marital status wedded. The profile image, her in a bridal gown I'd never viewed, posing beside a guy who wasn't me. I investigated further. Tristan Morrison is real. He runs a building firm. They own a residence jointly, located the ownership documents on the web. The title was executed 2 months following our 7th milestone. But here's the shocking part. We have 2 children together, Lily 9 and Jacob 7. I'm an educator. Summer's free, so I'm with them all the time when classes end. How on earth was she handling another entire clan? I engaged a private detective. Yes, seems extreme, but I required evidence prior to facing her. What he uncovered was unbelievable. Claire possessed another persona completely. Separate social security code taken from a person who passed away young. The detective determined this via certain records, separate driving permit, the full setup. She'd been commuting for business 3 to 4 days weekly. Those periods. She was residing with Tristan and their 2 offspring, twins, age 3. The scheduling was truly ingenious. She'd depart Monday dawn for client visits, pass Monday, Wednesday with group number 2, then return Wednesday evening, alleging fatigue from trips. Fridays were her office tasks, operating from residence with us. Every alternate weekend she had area gatherings, actually just passing weekends with them. She'd been gathering 2 coverage plans, 2 groups of revenue perks, all of it. The lady was maintaining fully distinct existences. I held onto this data for 2 weeks, recording everything. Saved her LinkedIn pages, obtained duplicates of the asset files, the detective's complete summary. I even traveled to Tristan's home one Tuesday and spotted her vehicle in the entrance. Snapped images. Last Sunday she was in the cooking area preparing morning meal, giggling at something on her device. I inquired what was amusing. Oh, just Tristan forwarded me a clip of the twins attempting to chant joyful birthday to his mother. They're at that stage where all is comical. She stated it so nonchalantly, as if she hadn't just confessed to her real spouse that she possessed another clan. Who's Tristan? I questioned, acting ignorant. She paused for a split second, then composed herself. Job associate, his children are cute. May I view? She gripped her device. Oh, it's not fascinating. Claire, who's Tristan, her expression cycled through roughly 10 feelings. Then she performed something I'll always remember. She chuckled. Genuinely chuckled. Haha, well, suppose the secret's revealed. This is my alternate clan now. Just declared it like she was disclosing she purchased a fresh vehicle or such. Your alternate clan. Oh, don't be overly theatrical, Brett. Many individuals have complex circumstances. Complex? You're wed to another guy. Legally, that union isn't entirely valid since I utilized different papers. So you perpetrated identity fraud and polygamy. She dismissed with her eyes. You're exaggerating. I adore both my clans. I'm not deserting anybody. I'm merely broadened. Broadened? Claire, this is a national offense. Several national offenses. Only if somebody notifies, she remarked, still grinning. And why would you? Consider Lily and Jacob. Do you desire their mom incarcerated? The arrogance, the total absence of regret. She truly believed she'd committed no error. Does Tristan aware of us? Naturally not. He believes I'm an area chief who commutes for employment, so you're deceiving both of us. I'm sustaining 2 homes. It's tiring, really. You could show more gratitude. I departed, brought the children to my mom's residence, and informed Claire we required distance. She dispatched me numerous messages about how I was narrow-minded and dismantling our clan over zilch. Update 1, I reached out to Tristan. I know some suggested against it, but the guy merited knowledge. I forwarded him an email with all the proof. My wedding document, clan snapshots covering 11 years all. He phoned me within 60 minutes. The guy was shattered. He thought Claire was his perfect match. They'd been wed for 4 years, had twins jointly, were attempting for another child. She's at a seminar in Denver this week, he stated. No, she's not. She's at home with me and our children. I ejected her 3 days prior. We exchanged details. The tales she narrated, the intricate deceptions. She had phony company cards. A phony LinkedIn with phony coworkers who'd vouch for her abilities. She'd fabricated a whole imaginary profession. Tristan was more furious than pained. I'm going to ruin her, he declared. Join the queue, I responded. We consented to collaborate. Both submit law enforcement statements. Both seek divorce cancellation. Exchange proof. Then Claire worsened the situation. She appeared at my institution. During my midday pause before other instructors, she initiated this entire act about how I was experiencing a psychological collapse and fabricating tales about her possessing another clan. Brett's been under immense pressure. She informed my coworker Diane. He's concocted this entire plot theory about me having another spouse. I'm concerned about his psyche. I retrieved my device and displayed Diane the image of Claire in a bridal gown with Tristan. This plot theory? Claire's facade faltered. That's from an advertisement filming I do posing occasionally. An advertisement filming where you executed a wedding document. She seized my limb. Firmly, we must converse alone. No, Claire, we're finished conversing. She began weeping then, large theatrical sobs. How can you inflict this on our offspring? They require their mom. They require a mom who isn't a lawbreaker. That's when she erupted. You believe you're so ideal, so virtuous. I provided you 11 years. I provided you 2 lovely offspring. And this is how you compensate me? You provided me half of 11 years. The other half you provided to Tristan. I labored intensely sustaining both clans. Do you realize how draining it is keeping all content? The other instructors were astonished. She'd essentially just acknowledged before observers. I submitted the law enforcement statement that afternoon. Identity fraud, polygamy, deception. The investigator's gaze expanded with each paper I presented. In 20 years, I've never witnessed anything quite similar, he stated. Meanwhile, Tristan escalated. He didn't merely submit a statement. He engaged a financial auditor. Turns out Claire had been employing her false persona to obtain charge cards, borrowings, even a vehicle rental. All under the false name, but using Tristan's location. Update 2. Claire was detained yesterday. The national accusations are serious. Identity fraud, electronic deception, postal deception, polygamy, revenue deception. She submitted revenues under both personas and about 6 other matters I can't even articulate. But prior to the detention, she attempted all to escape it. First, she approached my mom, appeared at her residence with my children. It was her weekend, sobbing about how I was ruining our clan. My mom, praise her, captured the entire dialogue on her device. Claire, I committed errors, but I never ceased caring for Brett and the children. You wed another guy. That's merely documents. The soul desires what the soul desires. The regulations desire what the regulations desire too, dear. Then she attempted Tristan's relatives. His sibling phoned me. Said Claire appeared at her employment, pleading her to persuade Tristan to withdraw the accusations. Said she was expecting his offspring and needed assistance. Surprise twist. She wasn't expecting. Tristan had undergone a sterilization after the twins. She didn't know because she'd skipped that work journey when he underwent it. The detention occurred at Tristan's residence. She'd gone there to collect her belongings, overseen by authorities, but there was already a warrant. They restrained her in the entrance. Tristan forwarded me the entrance camera recording. She was yelling about how we were envious and couldn't manage a powerful lady existing on her conditions. Her attorney reached mine. They sought to negotiate. If I withdrew the accusations and persuaded Tristan to follow, she'd grant me complete guardianship and depart. My attorney chuckled. She's confronting 20+ years in national incarceration. She lacks negotiation strength here. The FBI became involved because the identity fraud spanned state boundaries. They discovered more than we knew. Claire had 3 other incomplete personas she was developing. Charge cards, housing requests, even a romance account on some benefactor site. Her folks secured her release, a $100,000 guarantee. They pledged their residence. Then she committed the most foolish act possible. She went on Facebook Live. For 18 minutes, she vented about how culture compels females to divide themselves and how she was a trailblazer of contemporary bonds. She said exclusivity was a male-dominated cage and she was being targeted for caring excessively. She actually confessed to all, on video, openly. The accuser added observer interference accusations when she referenced me and Tristan by name and said we were feeble males who couldn't value her talent. Her release was canceled. She's been in custody for 3 days now. Final update. Claire accepted a bargain agreement, 8 years in national incarceration, option for early release in 5. She had to surrender all possessions gained via deception. About $200,000 value. Both unions were voided. She forfeited all parenting privileges. The judgment was extraordinary. She appeared in tribunal dressed in this traditional attire, attempting to appear like a neighborhood parent. Her attorney depicted her as a lady who became overwhelmed and made bad decisions from a spot of affection. And then the accuser broadcast her Facebook live clip. The magistrate actually shook his head. Miss Claire, in 30 years judging, I've observed many inventive unlawful schemes. Yours wins for pure boldness. Claire rose to deliver her declaration. No regret. None. Instead, she declared, I decline to regret attempting to possess everything. Males have lovers and alternate clans constantly. I merely officialized the setup. My sole offense was caring excessively and attempting to satisfy all. The magistrate added 6 months to her penalty for absence of contrition. Tristan and I have turned into odd pals through this. We gather for drinks occasionally, share thoughts on recovering from this madness. His twins barely recall her. They're youthful enough. My children are in counseling. They're upset and bewildered, but the counselor says they're tough. Claire's folks sent me a note expressing sorrow. Evidently, this isn't the initial occasion she's done something similar. In university, she was concurrently promised to 3 distinct males, extracting funds from all for ceremony preparation. Her folks compensated them and silenced it. The accusation located 2 additional sufferers from her history, males she romanced and tricked. One she persuaded to fund her through caregiving education. She was never registered. Another she loaned $30,000 from for her mom's illness therapy. Her mom never had illness. She's being pursued legally by 4 distinct charge card firms, 2 financial institutions, and the lady whose persona she took, who's still living, just residing overseas. The detective was mistaken about that portion. Last week, I received a note from her in incarceration. She wants me to deposit funds in her prison store because the meals are awful and you know I have eating limitations. The arrogance. Even confronting 8 years in national incarceration, she believes I owe her something. I didn't reply. Tristan received one too. He mounted his and placed it in his storage as a prompt to follow his instinct in upcoming bonds. My children are improving. They view Claire's confinement as result for deceiving. Which, yes, correct. My daughter inquired if mommy was regretful. I informed her that some individuals don't understand how to regret. They only understand how to be discovered. I'm romancing again, very informally. I jest that my usual initial outing query is now, so any other clans I should be aware of. But truthfully, Claire instructed me something important. When someone displays who they are via their deeds, trust them. Don't await terms. She displayed me who she was that Sunday dawn when she chuckled about her alternate clan. No embarrassment, no contrition, just entertainment at being discovered. That wasn't an error or bad decision. That was her nature. Tristan's reconstructing too. His enterprise actually expanded due to the exposure. Evidently, people rely on a builder who's been openly tricked. Demonstrates he's truthful. Positive aspect, I suppose. Claire's next early release session is in 5 years. Neither Tristan nor I intend to participate. We've progressed. She's merely a warning narrative now. A bizarre tale we narrate at gatherings. The alternate clan she was so boastful of. We're both liberated from her. Turns out top spot and runner-up both succeed when the contest is a national offense. Edit. For those inquiring about the offspring bond, my 2 have encountered Tristan's twins once, at a playground. It was strange, but fine. We're not pushing anything, just keeping the option available for later. They're technically half relatives after all, not their blame. Their mother was an unlawful genius aspirant.